All right, it's pedal board building time. You might have seen in a previous video that I built this pedal board right here. This is my main live rig that I'm using with the Haunted. It's built on a Rockboard by Warwick. And the reason why I bought myself one of these was because they can have their own patch base built into the back right there to feed power to all the units and also have proper inputs and outputs at the back right there. It made my quad Cortex pedal board very small, very convenient to bring into, you know, a backpack or to a case. Yeah, just very nifty, insanely clean in there, I would say. Here's a Walrus Audio Canvas Power that's powering everything. But very happy about this. I've been out gigging with this and I'm stoked as hell. After I made this video, Warwick reached out to me and told me about their new products that they have. Instead of having this patch bay right here, I can actually have a guitar amplifier. So you can basically build in a power amplifier into your pedal board. And you know, not taking any room. You'll have it here at the bottom right there. So it's not going to take any room on the actual pedal board. Let me put that away and bring out this pedal board that Warwick now sent to me. Now they did send me this for free, so this video is sponsored in that sense. This pedal board right here with the quad Cortex, I bought that myself just because I thought it was smart with the patch bay and all that. So this was sent to me by Rockboard in this insane looking case right here, or like a bag. So let's open it up. Okay. Oh yeah, they make bases. Sorry, man. Okay, you get some Velcro right there, and then instructions, and then we have the actual board right here. Okay, so this board is a little bit bigger than the one that I have. This is called the 3.3, so it's longer. I'm gonna be able to fit more things onto this thing. And with it being longer, it has 2 slots for these patch bays, or, you know, as I'm gonna try out today, power amplifiers. So what you do is that you remove these white things without hurting yourself, hopefully. Oh, like that. And then you just screw in either the patch bay or the power amplifier in here. So that's cool. That's the pedal board right there. Let's check out the power amplifiers. They also sent me some LED lights so I can light up my fucking board. Okay. All right, so they sent me 2 different ones. They have the 75 watt right there, but there's also a 150 watt model right there. And it looks like you have an auxiliary in knob, low, mid, and high, cabinet sim in a, okay, so it has cabinet sim in it too. Hell yeah, man. All right, so this is the 75 right there. Oh yeah, ooh, dude. Yeah, to be able to fit it into one of these slots, obviously it has to be small as hell. Dude, that's a small power amplifier right there. 75 watts. Dude, I like that. Signal path on the back right there. So I can see on the signal path that the signal goes into the cab sim, but also past it to go to the EQ. So a little, I was worried at first that, you know, the actual signal would go through the cab sim, and going to the cab sim would mean that there's a digital to analog conversion right there. But since you have that extra going past it, you won't have that, which is good. So that's the 75 watt amplifier right there. And dude, it's very lightweight, must say. And then we have the 150 watts. All right, you have fan outlets right there. Is it heavier? Oh, they're the same weight. Same weight, basically. Is there any other difference between these two? I don't think so. Same inputs, same outputs. It'll look basically the same. So then you might ask, why would you make one for 75 and one for 150? Probably because people need different things in life, you know? So what would happen now is that I take this board right here, like this, and in this slot, I can put that power amplifier like that, and that feeds my cabinet that I bring with me, and I don't need a separate power amplifier. That's pretty cool. You gotta agree with me. This is pretty cool, right? This is pretty cool. In the perfect situation, I would probably take the patch bay from this Warwick board and put it into this thing and have that on one side, and then you have the the power amplifier on the other side. But for the purpose of this demo, I'm gonna put in both power amplifiers like this. And I'm gonna build a pedal board. I'm gonna use some chug pedals, I think, to build this pedal board right here. Hell yeah, it's gonna be fun. You also get a bunch of cable ties, some Velcro, and these pedal boards come without the Velcro attached, so you get to put it there yourself if you want. All right, so there is a very big difference I saw now in between the two power amplifiers. This is the power for the smaller 75 watt unit, and this is the brick for the 150 watt unit. So the power supplies are a little bit different, okay? Also, these middle things that are positioned on the pedal board can be removed. But they're great for just like cable management, so I will keep this on here. But I have to move it to be able to mount the screws here on the power mod. All right, they're both mounted now to the pedal board. Now I get to build the actual board. So let's go. And I can feel now, as I'm walking around with this, that it's insanely lightweight, even with the power amplifiers in there. And obviously I'm gonna probably only use one power amplifier in if this is something that goes on my board. But hell yeah, man, now I get to do a new chug board and shit. So I'm gonna, you know, hell yeah. So I figured since I have two power amplifiers on this pedal board that I would do, you know, I would use the Chug Tuner Plus to split the signal into two distortion pedal, the Chug and the Chug Lite, and one of them going to their separate weights into a power amplifier. So, hell yeah, let's try it. That should be it. Obviously, I have way more space on this pedal board than this, but you know, for the sake of the demo, I'm gonna try out both power amplifiers at the same time. Chug pedal and Chug Lite going into each one of them. So hell yeah, man. All right, so I have the Rockboard put up right here, and it looks very spacious, maybe, because maybe there's a lack of pedals on there. But you know, for the purpose of me trying out the power amplifiers in this test, I'm just using this. You know, it's a bunch of chug pedals. And both the Rockboard power mods are connected to one side of this Mesa cabinet right here. So you have the 75 watt power amplifier on this side and the 150 on that side. And the chug pedal is connected to the 75 watt. The Chug Lite pedal is connected to the 150 watt. Let me engage this. So let's do active. And this should be only the chug pedal right here and not this side. So let me engage the 75 watt as well. And as you can hear, the Chug Lite doesn't have a noise gate, so that's why we're having more noise now. And obviously the sounds are going to be different because there's a VR2 microphone on this speaker side, and there's a Shure SM57 on the other side. So you won't be able to compare the sound between different power mods, but you know, they're probably the same. It's just a different in wattage, basically. At least it's loud. That's great. So you have a bunch of, okay, let me shut off the 150 watt and show the EQ on the 75 one. Hell yeah. Why I'm playing Pantera and Dimebag riffs right now is because I'm getting that sort of like solid, steady vibe from these power amplifiers. They don't sound tube-like. They sound a lot like, you know, solid state power amplifiers, which is really good for Pantera tone. Let's engage the other one as well. And the cool thing here is that the cabinet is now being powered by the actual pedal board. And you're saving space on your pedal board, basically. I think that's very, very cool. And obviously in this demo, it's very overkill. I mean, not many people would need 2 power amplifiers, but they did send me both, so I figured, like, let's just try both of them out at the same time. And also, even though I haven't filled up this pedal board right here, it is a little too big for me. However, I'm kind of thinking of bringing in one of these power amplifiers, putting it in my shorter Rockboard right there, and maybe try it out for live. So yeah, I think that's cool. I think what Rockboard are doing here with you know, the patch bass and the power amplifiers and putting that into a more of a modular system into the pedal board, I think that's insanely smart, because that's what I think the modern guitar player will be all about. I really like how there's holes everywhere. There's also a hole on the side here, which I guess is for like a power cable going in. And that there's holes everywhere, so it's easy to route and patch whatever you're putting on the board right here. And I also like that the power amplifiers are lightweight, so they don't necessarily add that much weight to your overall pedal board. Yeah, I think the power mods are cool as hell if you just need to power up your shit. I noticed though, however, you see you have an XLR output right here, and you have a cab sim. Why didn't I think of that? I have to plug in the cabs in, of course. Impromptu, Ola, forgot about shit. But what I noticed is that when you engage the impulse response, it also engages it on the main output. So that means that if you get both connected, you're gonna get a cabinet impulse response on the output that goes into the speaker cabinet, which is not necessarily something you want. So now you should be able to hear the cabinet impulse response, and it's just one, so you can't load in your own impulse response or anything like that. It's just like a safe thing if you want to connect this straight into a front of house or something. All right, here it is. Let's do this. Oh jävlar vad högt det var. All right, so here's the cabinet impulse response. Not anything in particular, but it's there. So there you go. That's the Rockboard Pro Mod power amplifiers and this long ass, what is it called? The Rockboard Tres 3.3. Also, this little case right here makes me look very important. I like that aspect. I need to look more important. Hope you enjoyed my little demo of the Rockboard stuff. Let's go.